Metro-Goldwyn Films presents the incredible story of two brothers torn apart by a war they did not believe in. They fought for freedom. They fought for honor. And they fought to find each other again. From the world-renowned filmmaker Kang Je-gyu, the director of Shidi, comes a breathtaking adventure you will never forget. Jang Dong-gun, Won Bin, Eun-ju. Tae Guk Gi, the Brotherhood of War.
What's up, guys and girls, ladies and gents, everyone of all worlds? It's your boy Kojay here, and welcome to the Co-Watch Party, our cinematic series. It's been a while, and I really appreciate you guys being here. The battalion, I see y'all showed up. I appreciate that. We've been having fun with BBS and Monarch over on the Bat Channel, and I don't want to waste everyone's time, but I do want to get through some pleasantries. We are watching Tae Guk Gi. This phenomenal, historic, very emotional, moving Korean film that came out in 2004. If I'm not mistaken, I put all the details in. We'll get into it. However, it's hard to find where to watch this movie, so I do have the link to Internet Archives where you can watch it for free. You can download it for free. So before we get into all the openings and pleasantries of how I'd like to introduce the film and whatnot, I would like to show you all how you can do that with me and my guests today. So without further ado, I'd like to show you guys the screen here. This is the watch party. So as you scroll down to the, we got 9, 10, 11 watching. Thank you. We are live on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you for being here. So you can scroll down, like and subscribe to the Bat Channel here, and check out them on, I'll put other links here too. But if you scroll down here, there's a film synopsis, In Loving Memory, meaning of Tae Guk Gi, director. You go here where it says where to watch along with us, Internet Archive. Now, this is where I watch a lot of stuff I can't find anywhere. I try and, watch things accordingly to the proper way it's supposed to do, but just sometimes it's difficult. But this is a free site, and once you click there, I'm going to show you. Let me reshare again. Sorry. So you click that link, and it should take you right to here. This is Internet Archive. They have a bunch of stuff. Once you click this, you can just stream the movie right then there from the beginning. That's the exact beginning where it starts. So you can watch it from here. It's subtitled. Or if you scroll down here, you see my cursor, go to MPEG4. If you click that, it sends you to a box, and then there's a down button where you can see the whole thing. Actually, it's all in black screen, whatever. But if you click the dots here, wait, I just want to make sure you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. Yeah, if you click the dots in the far right here, more options, you hit download. That's how you could download this movie and enjoy it whenever you want. It's a movie that definitely shouldn't be forgotten. Now, we do spend a lot of time with sci-fi, adventure, and action films. I don't really dive too much into horror and dramas as much. However, they are on the list only because I feel if it's something cinematic and important, it's good to revisit, especially anything that dives into anything with history, with how much the accuracy is in the film. This is our universe. There's a DC universe, there's an MCU. Any story based off of true events, that's our universe. That's the biggest one. So I think it's good to have beautiful movies that reflect the human condition of what's going on, because this is a war film, but we experience it from the eyes of the civilians. Because someone said somewhere that it's not really the policies and the governments and the business people and corporations who are fighting the wars, it's the people who are fighting and suffering. So this is a good awareness with mental health and all that, and we'll get into a lot of that as well. But I want to bring in to the stage our wonderful guests. You know them, love them. But I'll do a shout out to everybody who's here real quick. Whoa. Hold up. Sorry, I just zoomed in. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, I lost that picture. I'm just going to bring in the guests. The Bat Channel, Trey and Super Corey. What's up, my guys?
What's up, everybody? How we doing tonight?
Yeah. I'm excited. This movie, it looks good.
Yeah, because I kind of just show you guys trailers and I just go, hey, this is really good. It's got this and this, just like how I said. But what of it? Does it look good to you guys?
Well, I think I've said this before, but the first time you showed it to me, the first thing that came into my mind was Pearl Harbor. And I love that movie to death. Like, I know it gets a lot of hate, but to me, yes, it's called Pearl Harbor. It's not exactly about the events of Pearl Harbor, but it carries, I think, really well the spirit of what was going on in America at that time. And I just felt like the fact that it focused on particularly two friends who consider themselves brothers, they're in a bit of a love triangle in that theme. But it just, to me, to have that brotherly friendship of two people going through the same thing and kind of suffer through the same thing, I think is a really powerful story. So that's what caught me immediately. That I'm like, I'm in. I can't wait to watch this.
How about you, Super Bro? How do you feel diving into this movie today?
Yeah, man, I'm pretty pumped up. I love war films from the get-go. So looking forward to this one. You've brought some fire movies so far. So I know we're going right back to another Korean War. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, buddy.
Yeah, I'm excited because it's
present. Yep.
Yeah. This is one I've been thinking about you guys for a while. I just did not know when is the right time. I guess since we haven't done one in a while, how important things are. It's like very good because
yeah,
I was watching it last night to try and get some clips to share with y'all. I actually had more to bring to the table. I couldn't do it because I ended up accidentally watching the whole thing and being late to our Fortnite event. So it's like, oh man, it's that good. So hold
on. Let me get this straight. You actually watched it all last night, and you're back for more today.
Yeah,
that says a lot about a movie, dude. Like when you can like watch it like back to back like that. Like, okay.
Yeah. It's when I get into the sharing with all you who's in it and all this stuff, because I like doing my little cue cards. It's like, like you said, how Pearl Harbor, a lot of these are rewatchable. Depends how you love. But hey, we have Clever Girl in the house. Good soldiers follow Order 66. The battalion shows up, man. 9 lives.
Nice.
Oracles. I love my sisters in here because we cry at the same time. And yeah, it's good. We are going to have some feelings. Beyond the Night is here. What's up, Red Hooded Outlaw and the Butler, Bruce Wayne, Trevor H. Oracle Scott Tower. This looks like I'm going to cut. Yeah, I did last night. This is Damn It Kojay time.
You're definitely saying that, like, Damn It Kojay. How bad are we talking about Damn It Kojay?
Because I don't know if it's bad. There's 2 scenes that always get me.
Okay.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Is it as gut wrenching as Train to Busan? Because that one tore. Well, even Along with the Gods tore me up, man.
That's what's they do that with their films when you least expect it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah,
because we should care about these characters and everything. Yes, Jurassic. It is free. Check that link, and I'll put it in the chat now that I said it. Just make sure we're all good. Because I put a lot of information and stuff. That's just wait. I think I already what?
What's up?
Oh yeah, I did do it. So I'm gonna put in the link right now. Let me know if it's clickable. If not, I will work on that. Let's see. That seems really good. This seems really good for a 2004 movie. Yeah, the mid 2000s had a really good. I think they had a good bang with movies there. Movie with gifts, yeah.
Hmm.
You're bringing presents with a free movie. I try. Oh, the Bat Channel. These fools, they're out. What? People be messing. People be playing. Just as it calls. See? Yeah, people be sleeping on that. But as far as this channel, I really want to bring to the table some great films and classics that shouldn't be forgotten. So I like sharing where you can do it. There is also a link for yesasia.com. That's usually where I do buy some of my movies from. They have Korean versions because there's a lot of region restrictions for some of them. So it's unfortunately out of print, but they still have some other versions. But that's why I think Internet Archives is doing such a good job. Yeah, to keep things alive. That's how we can watch Super Sentai going forward as well. Yeah, definitely. So I gave you all that link or I showed you how you could get to that link. I want to give you all time to get to the link, get it ready to stream from that link. Or if you want some time to download it, it took me about like 5 minutes. All right, we already got one, got it ready. Let me know when you got it ready and such. And that could be good. So let's see. All right, we got downloading and we got some ready. Cool. So as I give you guys a little bit more time, we're going to dive a little bit into the meaning of this film and the cast. But it's actually a huge cast. So I'm mostly focusing on the main three that they focus in the trailer because there's so many characters and sub-characters in the movie and cameos as well. But I would like to bring to our attention the director, Kang Je-gyu. He is a writer and director. He writes more than he directs. And I believe he's written all his films except one film, Beautiful, 2014, which came out in 2014. That's the one that he directed but didn't write. All his other films he wrote and directed. Road to Boston, Salut d'Amour, Awaiting, My Way. My Way is another war film of his he did after doing Tae Guk Gi. And after his series where he was a writer for 20 episodes, he's known for Shiri, which he got awards for in 1999. And then there's a list of other films that he's done. But his first film that he worked on was solely as a writer, not director. And well, let's look at The Sky Sometimes. So I really like this guy. And he writes as production goes along. Sometimes the script isn't even done, even though he greenlit the movie. He writes along the way. As a writer director person, I really, really like this guy a lot. Imagine if he had like a Chris Terrio and Snyder in one body. So then we'll get to our cast with starring Jang Dong-gun. He plays Lee Jin-tae. He's the older brother in the story. A shoe shiner to help put his little brother through school and support his family. This actor has achieved 11 acting awards along with 9 nominations and 1 Best Actor for Tae Guk Gi and 2 nominations for Tae Guk Gi. He has a movie coming out called Night Fever, and you could also find him in the Netflix original Korean series Heartfelt Chronicles, which is a fantasy Lord of the Rings type of Game of Thrones Asian saga, which I haven't even finished. It was like a lot going on in that one. I have to revisit it, but he's one of the lead actors in that one. You can see him in Rampant, which is a period piece of a zombie outbreak. No Tears for the Dead, done by the director who did Man from Nowhere, one of my favorite films of all time. It's really cool to see him work with this guy in it. And he's been in a bunch of other movies, but he's also multilingual. He speaks Mandarin, Japanese, and English. He's in the American film The Warrior's Way, where it was Korean assassins versus cowboys in some kind of 300-like attempt setting. He's in The Promise, which is a wuxia fairy tale done in China, and then the Japanese suspense sci-fi Lost Memories, where time is a different timeline when Japan conquered Korea. And he's got a lot of other films. This is just some of many, and he's got many awards for that. This dude is awesome. Then we get to one of my favorite actors of all time, Won Bin. You all who join us for the co-watch party of The Man from Nowhere, his last film he's ever done. He kind of retired from film acting just to stay home and, take care of the kids, or focus on family. He's been in fantastic films like Mother, My Brother, the Friends series, TV series, Guns and Talks. His first appearance as an actor was in TV, as you could see, and his first real break into film was Tae Guk Gi, where he got an award for Best New Actor. And this guy is phenomenal. He came from like nowhere. His family worked at like a coal mine. He grew up in poverty and then just worked his way up to be where he is today. So this actor strikes me as a very impressive human being with a big heart, and his phenomenal, sensitive innocence in his acting and sincerity is amazing from here to The Man from Nowhere. So really, really, I'm a big fan of Won Bin. He's one of my favorite actors. All right, so before I ramble, I got to keep going. Then we have Lee Eun-ju. She was a 2-time acting award winner, 4 nominations. She's been in a ton of films. The Scarlet Letter was her last film, and she worked her way into TV. She's also a singer. She did the main song for the movie she was in, The Scarlet Letter, called Only When I Sleep. This is past tense because unfortunately she did lose her life to suicide. And we'll get in a little bit into that towards the end. But she took her life in 2004. She's born 1980, so she was like my age. But phenomenal actress, and we're all talking about how important suicide awareness is. It goes like worldwide, it's very tragic, and she was such a great actress, and I'm very excited y'all get to see her tonight. And that being said, a little bit of the awards Tae Guk Gi has had. It's won 10 awards, and it has 19 nominations on top of that. It's got 4 awards for cinematography, 2 for best film, 2 for best actor, best technical work, 1 for best director, 1 Peace Award, and it got best art direction, sound effects, best editing, and audience choice. The Political Film Society in America gave it a nomination for Expose and then won a Peace Award. And I think this is important to highlight because even though it's a war film, it's really trying to bring more awareness rather than glorification, which is one of the things I like about the film. And little things about the Korean War. It started June 25th, 1950, when North Korea invaded the South in hopes to, quote, quote, unite or liberate them. Liberation through invasion, that was their idea. And this war lasted till July 27th, 1953. So 3 years, 1 month, and 2 days. It had an inclusive victory, which means that the war was ended, but the problems remain. There was nothing solved. So there's still, the animosity and different viewpoints from both sides is still present today. And after the war, North Korea gained the city of Kaesong, and then South Korea gains the city of Sokcho, while expanding to about 1,506 square miles of land from North Korea. At that time, the Allies in the Korean War, North Korea had China and the Soviet Union, while South Korea had the United Nations and the United States of America behind their back. So that's some little backdrop just to catch up on. Of course, I implore everyone to brush up on any world history, but we want to get back to the meaning of Tae Guk Gi, and then we're going to get started. So Tae Guk Gi is the Korean flag itself. The center is hold on, I have to get the rest of my notes. I'm so prepared. I was going to bring all these tabs up. I was going to say it. Oh my gosh. But okay, cool. I know. Trey, where's your singing? I need you, bro.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. He is educating it.
Why'd you stop? That was great.
Oh, wow.
No, it's okay. I found my notes here. Okay, so in general, let me break down the thing, and then I'm working backwards. But Tae Guk Gi is the centerpiece, and it's the Korean flag. The top part, the red is yang, and then the blue is yum or yin, so to speak. So in the yin yang sign, one means aggressive power, and then the other one means passive power. However, in this standpoint, the red is positive cosmic energy, and then the blue is negative cosmic energy. And that being a 50-50 balance between the two and difference between them. And then you get the things around that are the black markings, and they start from the top left and going counterclockwise. I mean, top left down and then top right down. My apologies. Different cultures, right? So they're called trigrams. A trigram is 3 lines that make a symbol or something, right? So the first trigram is gyong, which means sky. Some people translate to the heavens. Second trigram is fire. The third trigram, which I totally noticed a typo, is gum, which means water. And then hold on, I gotta. Yeah, I'm trying, dog. I'm trying. Let's see. Oh yeah, Re is fire. Sorry, the name was covering it. So we got the third trigram is water, gum, and then the fourth trigram is gone, earth. Now the whole meaning behind that, or in a okay, hold on. There it is. So then the white behind is also a symbol. The white background illuminates or represents light, purity, and peace. So the whole meaning of the whole Tae Guk Gi as a whole together, the flag stands for 3 components of the nation. So the white background represents the land. The people is the Tae Guk Gi, the red and blue. And then the trigrams around the bars, that's law and order of the government. So what makes up the nation is the land, the people, and the government. And they have to work in perfect harmony together to coexist and look out for each other. So Tae Guk Gi, that word means the flag. That's the name of their flag. So the other translation of Tae Guk Gi, the Brotherhood of War, is Tae Guk Gi, the waving, like waving the flag. So that's the core centerpiece of what this film is about regarding Korea, because this was the original flag of all Korea when it was united before the division happened with North and South. So that's the meaning behind Tae Guk Gi, and I'm going to double check and see how you all are doing with being ready.
Let's do it.
I think they're doing pretty good. I know they were enjoying that Watt for
Water for? Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
What for? What for? That is it. What for?
People are saying it sounded like a beverage brand, and it sounds delicious. Like people said the best sparkling water in South Korea.
Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. There it is, the best sparkling water. Y'all made everything great. Right
One
there.
beverage to rule them all.
But it's cool as you guys. I don't know if you guys seen the Fifth Element, but the Fifth Element didn't have tri for their symbols. They had 4 or 5 for air, water. Same thing, and even Avatar, Last Airbender. So that's something from the Korean flag everyone's inspired by. So, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of reaction and talking about this film afterwards. I have it queued up on my end, and I am gonna get the timer. Just to give the maximum quality satisfaction experience of everybody here. All right. I see that the chat is ready. Already downloaded, ready. Good. Yo, I'm glad it all happened. I'm really excited. So, are you guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to do a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. Press play on the play, and then on with the party. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Woo. All right, cool. We're good.
Yeah.
Trey and I yesterday were having a discussion on scores and composers.
Yeah.
Earn this.
Yeah. All original stuff here.
Earn this, Trey.
It does kind of have that feel.
Red Hooded asked, no popcorn tonight?
No, I can't. I can't do popcorn anymore. It's against my diet.
No.
I know it breaks my heart.
I'm still having a hard time giving up potato chips.
Ooh. Yeah, that is a tough one to give up.
Yeah, it's against my diet, but I have a few packs, and I had some yesterday. I was bad, and I was feeling it today. No. Kojay Craig is asking how you doing with your diet, bro.
Good, actually. I told Corey this actually this morning. I am down 52 pounds now. So,
Woo!
yeah. Hmm.
I love the music here where it ends on that little soft clarinet.
Dunkin' Donuts, they sponsored this.
A worldwide, baby.
Oh, look, there's the Watt 4.
Hey. I didn't know. What for? Everyone giving you love for going down 52.
Hey.
As you can see, the quality is much better than the trailer. They always show the trailers and like they're aged. I don't know why. Well, that's really good. This thing
Have to
sells
get that
itself.
Watt 4. You will be hydrated forever. Watt 4 now comes in 4 different flavors.
In 4 packs. 4 times the price.
Yeah.
The director was really, really hoping to get this actor. He's an old actor who hadn't acted for a while previous to this, but he was honored with admiration. He was like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Yeah. There's a lot of those pictures and cutouts and posts from the Korean War on his desk.
Definitely giving off some Saving Private Ryan vibes.
Mm. Yep. It's along that cinematic scope and heartfelt storytelling, because you were really in there with the soldiers and Saving Private Ryan. Jongro Seo, 1950. There's like minimal CGI in this. You'll know when the CGI is there when you see it. They use a lot of visual practical effects and sets and everything, extras. Love me some K-pop Demon Hunters. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I forgot to mention, this is rated R. There's a lot of horrible stuff, so I don't know. I feel like I should have addressed that sooner before pressing play.
I know I'm not allowed to watch rated R movies, Kojay.
Oh, Corey, you're growing up today. Yes, this movie is rated R for violence and horrific images and people being dehumanized. So, yeah, it's gory, but also the feelings behind it they capture as well. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the description I usually put in the rating and the content in it and its genre. I try and give everyone as much information. I should do that also when I vocalize. I apologize. I just want everyone to get a little excited. I forget some things. I agree with the content you have to cover in such things. It's important to not hold back, because these films, again, I think they have a responsibility of informing and also reflecting, things that we shouldn't lose sight of. Such extreme situations and times.
That's why I appreciate like the movie We Were Soldiers. They weren't afraid to like show some of the battle scars, you know. And
Yeah, I like that because it's a lot of mental health issues, really, too. Because you got to think what happens after this for civilians and service people. And it's usually not the people's fault, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah. I think you guys are in for a treat. I even grew up on some black and white horror films. So that's his fiance that's helping his mom out, who's mute. That's a beautiful shot. I love that. There's a traditional Buddhist like culture where they speak and still like practice remembrance of their family members who died, especially parents.
Mm.
So they're looking at a plaque of their father.
Sorry.
Hmm? Yeah, that was sweet. Again, that breathing room, you know, give them time to really enjoy the moment, not rush anything. South Korea can get really humid. I went there during when I was passing through. It was a hot summer. It was very, very humid. Even so, at night it could be warm. You know. I know the puppy's so cute. Don't worry, there's no animal harm in this movie. Some movies do that
Oh,
too. You know?
what was the movie that our group was freaking out about? They're like, they better not mess with the dog.
Oh,
That was a co-watch party somewhere. Was that
was it
one?
a co-watch party or yours? Can't remember, but yeah, there's
Yeah,
been
I can't
moments
recall
like that.
either.
Yeah, I remember that for sure.
What a wild way to find out you're at war.
Yeah. Because they're not rich people at all. Anyway, you'll see.
Mm.
Closer than you think.
Yeah. Cool. That's synced up a bit behind me.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Thank you, bro. Man, these sets and all their extras, they're doing a good job. This is great. Sometimes I see just the production, so I'm like, it's impressive.
Do you know what the budget was for this movie?
Good question. Let me find out. What you all enjoy. I'll do all these. 12.8 million US dollars.
You say 12.8?
Yeah, but this is also in the time of 2000, probably 2002, 2003 when they were in production.
Okay. So that's actually pretty good for a 2004 flick. But for a war movie, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah. Again, kind of like this is what they do with their budget. Sometimes you can't tell because they do a good job, I think. Also, this movie does get a little bit loud with how they mixed it. Like environment sounds are up here, conversations could be down here, you know? So just heads up.
Hmm.
I think you soldiers.
It's about $22 million now. Yeah, that is a modest budget.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, bad move, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then his brother Jin-seok just froze.
Wow. You got some fight in you, dude.
Mm-hmm. A little foreshadowing.
Oh, this dude is totally my Rev or Rave. I think that was his name in Ben Affleck's character as in Pearl Harbor, Rave. Oh, like that.
Mm.
I know where this is going already.
Mm.
Everybody fights. No one quits.
Go do your job. Thank God it's not like Starship Troopers.
Oh, dang.
That'd be horrible. Sorry, Oracle. You know it's just a common trope. The person that it's gonna hurt the most. They're never safe.
Mm. When they say Amma, that's what we say for our mom too in Sinhalese. So that always gets me too. It's like, it's the same way we say.
Ugh.
That was tough for me right there. Like gore doesn't gross me out. Vomiting does for some reason.
Mm.
Yeah, super ache.
Nice way to put it.
There you go.
Oh. He is kind of like the sergeant. Rico's Roughnecks. You don't do your job, I'll kill you myself.
Uh-huh.
Put your hand on that wall.
No.
We are not of relation.
This is their whole crew. They're buddies from here on out.
Oh. Are they eating just like, what is it, like rice cakes?
Yep. It's like a rice ball.
Oh. Oof. Oof.
Ugh. Yeah. And I'll do better at mentioning next time. Mm.
The father dies.
Mm.
You're gonna have to shoot him in the buttocks.
They said it was $1 million wound, but the government must keep that money because I didn't see it since. Now we just need a shrimp boat captain.
We have a Bubba and Gumps out here.
Oh, do you really? It's been
Yeah.
a long time since I've been one.
It might be the OG one or the second one. I don't remember. Curtis' battalion. Yeah. See, the younger brother says "yo." I think he's saying "big bro." He's not really saying his name Jin-tae, so I think that's a subtitle switch.
Oof.
Mm. Got caught.
Oh, God. You don't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
I could use a little more morphine.
Yeah, if they have enough. There you go.
Then you get to go home, bro.
Yeah, you don't know that though.
Man.
I know, right? That scene kind of reminded me of this movie too.
Mm. Oh, what? so poor conditions have.
Not enough supplies, not enough food, not enough medicine. Because they're isolated.
Yeah.
Other areas around them got taken over.
Oh, and PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. No.
Damn.
Oh. That was our student guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Beyond the Night. They haven't gotten involved yet because they're still debating it and having meetings while they're on their own here. One medal. We're gonna be the longest night of their lives. Ooh. It's like the ending of Glory almost.
It also reminds me of the We Were Soldiers part 2 at night.
Hmm. Redhead was on the same page as you, bro. Jin-seok went anyways. He didn't stay behind.
I didn't see. Do they have bayonets?
Yeah, they have bayonets.
Okay, there it is. Wow. Ah. Wow.
Mm.
Oh man.
Oh,
Well, you learned that lesson.
yeah. It was like a student versus student. No, one younger than. Oh,
Uh,
yeah. I feel you, good soldiers, because it really, as you spend time with the soldiers, the civilians who are drafted to be soldiers. So it's all that story, that perspective. That's what inspired this story.
come on, bro. Come on. You got to go for it. You got to launch it.
Oh,
Oh, you now know, bro. Go.
Hmm. Everyone's cheering for him, man. Oh. Ah.
You do what you gotta do.
He put his fingers in his eyes, man. Whoa.
Light her up.
Mm.
Wow.
I like that Youngbo. I think that's his name. He picked up the guy who said he would kill him if he went to the commies
Mm.
who were fighting. All right, beyond the night, somewhere around this scene or after a scene's coming up, we might get that answer. Yeah, this film's got you, man. I try to too. Damn, young brother knows what's up. Noble, right? What do you guys think about his stance? Is his older brother wrong or right?
Older brother's always right.
9 Lives makes a good point. It's not his decision to make. Yeah, that's what Jin-seok wants both of them to live. Jin-tae believes younger brother should live if anyone lives. Carrie agrees with you, Super Bro.
Carrie knows what's up.
Don't trust him. He's fooling you.
We got promoted. See, now the story of how they got drafted was changed. See the United Nations flags, different ones in the back. They had the American one.
Hmm.
No one believes in lines, huh? Man's got to do what a man's got to do, brother, whether through blood or not. Never leave another brother behind. Dr. Jurassic Gnosis getting a bit of ahead from that promotion and attention.
Were they? Is that like kimchi?
Yeah. And some barbecue meats, some eggs.
Won a battle. Now they finally got some food.
Mm-hmm. What I like about this director is these guys. What I like about this director, he has these kind of like classic shots where you see all the characters in the same frame, almost like it's theatrically well blocked and staged just to be in that frame. Instead of like doing a whole bunch of close-ups. Like everything's cropped like it's a Ghibli film in a way, or like those I don't know, 60s or 70s films, more 60s, where everything's like in the same frame in the theatrical way, like stage theater.
He seems drunk.
Mm-hmm. Is that my cousin talks to me a lot? Well, one of my cousins, not the Fortnite one we play.
Oh, I was just about to ask. Like,
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I got a lot of cousins. It's like one of 30.
let's go, Sax.
What up?
You got a little saxophone out there.
Yeah.
Little tenor. Oh boy. This is like Captain America. Bring out the dancing girls again.
Uh, they have a backup plan in case that happened.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne senses a disturbance in the force. It seems too hopeful at the moment. Something terrible is going to happen. I'm feeling something's not hopeful. I don't know. What makes you feel it's hopeful? Maybe the boost of support. Hmm. Pyongyang, North Korea, October 1950. Now they're in the North Korea territory. Hmm. Man, the sound design is insane.
Ooh.
Ah!
Helps when you have the high ground.
Yeah, it's just like, ooh, it kills me to see that.
Oh
Oh,
man. There we go.
Mm.
How's it feel?
Mm.
Awesome. North Korean
Mm.
officers, huh? Interesting. I wonder if he just kind of is using his past experience of like if you take out the head of the unit, it's a game over. Take out
Mm.
the queen,
Yeah. And North Korean captain played by Choi Min-suk is like a guest acting role. That guy's a legend. He's the main actor in Old Boy, famous Korean comic book movie. I think that's Korea's BBS.
Hmm.
Or Watchmen, like level of intense comic book movie, graphic novel, psychological deep stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I almost wonder if that's what he's trying to do, hooded outlaw buddy.
Mm.
Like, I don't know what Korea's policy was, but if he gets himself killed, do they send the brother home?
That's what it sounds like, where they said if he is the last one, it is kind of a Saving Private
Yeah,
Ryan thing.
exactly.
Mm.
So why not push yourself?
I like Young Mun. Yeah. It's like a horrible trade. Got the Captain Baluster guy.
Wonder if
Yeah,
that'll
Red
affect
Hood. I
his
think that's the.
relation. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I agree with Red Hooded here. What's up?
You should still advance to the zenith of the road cowboy.
No, but what were you gonna say?
I was just saying, I just wonder if that's gonna affect his relationship with his battalion, his union.
Yeah.
You know, his recklessness. I mean, granted, I think he thinks if you take the head out, you know, you win that battle. It cuts down quickly. So, but
And Youngman saved him too, because the other guy was gonna shoot him while he was focused on the captain.
mhm.
So he died saving him. He doesn't even know that. No one does. They all got there after he was shot. Yeah.
Not gonna make that mistake. Yeah. Oh. Oh man.
Now we're looking at like a stretch of war crimes, you know.
It's that moment where like the war becomes personal and it starts turning into hate rather than defense.
Exactly. That's why they're.
But on the
like,
flip side too, they're not
losing.
capable of taking prisoners either. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because it does seem like they're just kind of going through. We're not really seeing them having some break time in bases and stuff like that. They're just traveling through and advancing.
Yep.
I want one.
So you see, he shot it wrong. Flamethrowers are always supposed to angle it down so it travels farther.
Mm.
Had a teacher who did that in I think it was actually the Korean War.
Because heat rises, you want to go down.
Yeah.
That's probably why they lived. They didn't get that far.
Yeah, man. What?
The guy who was teaching math back in their town.
Oh, no. This is going to get to a place. Oh, no, bud. This is.
Mm.
So, like, they're MREs.
Who's Marines?
What's that?
Who's Marines?
No, MREs, like their military. What's it stand for, Corey? You probably know.
Meals ready to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, meals ready to eat. Yeah, I know. Meals ready to eat. I heard. I don't know. I was like hearing Anne Marie's. I was like Anne Marie's cakes, Anne Marie's pies, but MREs, not MREs. Yeah. I was like, I wasn't thinking of the letters.
Red Hooded Outlaw, what was your favorite MRE, bro? I've had a few.
Ooh.
I know. Tough, right? I have had the chili mac. That one isn't bad, indeed.
I think we've also done the pizza one too, right? That one just reminded me of the Lunchables.
Yeah, the pizza one.
I like snackalicious stuff.
I've had their taco one. I think it was like a southwestern beef type thing. I did enjoy that jalapeno cheese though. The best dessert I had was the this like cobbler thing. I've always wanted to try the protein pudding, but I haven't.
Protein pudding. That sounds good.
You said don't try that shit.
Oh, I noticed. Damn.
It
I'll try
makes you
that.
wonder
The
though,
what
bro. Like,
the protein pudding?
the chocolate pudding, yeah, with like it's like a protein pudding.
Oh,
Either way, it's gonna clog you up, huh? I've heard the vomlet, the veggie omelet, aka the vomlet, is pretty god awful.
That name doesn't
I know
help it.
people like
Maybe
the
that gives it a warning.
yeah, like I know people like the beef raviolis and like the spaghetti with beef sauce, but I don't know. I've just never been a fan of Chef Boyardee, and I just didn't like that shit.
Mm. No one really hangs out with Jin-tae too much, or keep themselves away from everybody. Super Corey, did you ever have Menu 7 brisket?
I did not have the brisket one. I've heard that's a decent one, though.
Did they even taste
I would like to try it someday. Carrie Kelly, Red Hood Outlaw would be the best person to ask, but I think I could speak for him and say hell no.
I mean,
they're it's something that when you're hungry enough, you'll eat it. Like it'll back you up. Like that's one thing that I noticed with when like they clog it up. That's for sure. You did like the brisket, yeah. I really want to try it.
Dang.
Yeah, I think that's the general census oracle.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had like the chili mac, the beef taco, the southwestern beef or whatever it was. I've tried the ravioli, but I did not like that ravioli, man. It reminded me too much of Chef Boyardee. The other one that I've always wanted to try, Red Hood Outlaw, is that they have like the McRib, I think they call like the rib shaped pork patty or something like that. The McRib. I've always been too afraid to try like the vegetarian ones because I've always heard those are pretty god awful. Do you ever make any of the MRE bombs? Red Hooded Outlaw?
What's an MRE bomb, Corey?
Basically, you take that MRE, the flameless ration heater that comes with them. It basically uses like magnesium, the magnesium powder, and they put it in like the water, and like I guess it creates this like chemical reaction, and the basically causing the water bottle to blow up. Yeah, he says only rookies did that shit.
Oh dang! I like Sergeant Huh.
Yeah, I had a buddy. I had a buddy who said that there was like these like teenagers who kept like stealing shit off of their truck and everything like that. So they made one, and the kid ran up and grabbed it while they weren't looking away, and it blew up. I guess the kids never did it again, but scared the shit out of them. I guess they thought they lost their hands for a second. Better dead than red.
Oh. Yeah, it does. Man, this movie really goes there. Jang Dong. Oh, I didn't read it fast enough. Hmm. No, she was sick from the last time the other guy heard. She's all right now. This is the anti-communist party. They're like they operated like the Gestapo for the Nazis, though.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
You know what this is, Trey?
A Mexican stand-up.
You're some type of smart bug, aren't you?
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is part 2 for me.
Oh, nice music chord. Uh,
People have time. Research the Bodo League massacre. That's when this Gestapo-like anti-communist group responsible for the slaughter of 300,000 Koreans who were allegedly communist supporter based off of whatever grounds they assumed people were.
wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's like the Gestapo for South Korea. It was backed by their president too. The same thing as the Gestapo and all organizations like them.
This dude was like your prize stallion. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
luck.
Yeah, they're still on the major retreat.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hmm.
He earned that.
Mm. That was intense, man.
What?
You wasn't there. They'll go over it.
This isn't like a flashback?
No. See, he said he recognized him and got him out. Yeah.
Oh man.
Mm. Yeah. Mm. See, that's huge because in his brother's notes, he was learning how to read and Right. Or get better.
Mm.
Or had someone else write with him, you know? Oh, this music's gorgeous, bro.
It's. I would love to find out who the composer is after this.
Oh yeah, we'll dive in. Yeah.
Hey, Kojay, check your private
Oh.
chat real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, what? No. No. Where's the other one? There we go.
We're good.
Aha! So pretty much the Americans moved the attack up, so they have to engage in the Chinese and North Korean army, along with the UN, Americans, and the South Korean.
Okay.
And they wanted to have him on speaker to try and reach out to his brother. And then Jin-seok is like, no, I need to be there in person. And they're like, no way, you stay back. Oh, my timer ran out. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, people. I needed to charge it. I think we're all engaged by now, though. Excellent. I'm glad to have it up then. I was not sure if that was a good idea. Yeah, I got backups.
It's a good idea. That's what I started doing. As soon as I turned to, I was like, all right, I know it, Matt. God, how are they going to get out of this situation, though?
Dang, he's like right on the enemy lines.
Of course.
Yeah. Ooh,
Man, kudos to them for the amount of practical effects in this movie.
right? A lot of VFX. That's why they got awards for sound effects, technical work. Dang, what a shot.
Ooh, right into the bunker. Yep.
Oh,
Kudos. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
damn.
Wow.
Hmm. Oh, he's waiting for a black flag moment. Hmm. So mine's Butler of All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh yeah. God, was that 2022 a Netflix movie? I think.
Hmm. Dang.
Oh.
Hmm.
Man, there's no way this situation goes well.
Hmm. Sorry.
Mm. Mm. Oh no, come on, man.
Oof.
Let's grow man crying.
God bless.
Mm. Mm.
All right. Push. This music's good though. Let
It's
it roll.
very good.
Have to let it roll. It helps.
Mm. Oh, dude, like, yeah, this music is. How was the box office reception for it? I'm guessing it probably, if it did have a U.S. release, probably very limited. But like, how did it do in South Korea?
Let's look it up. But the soundtrack is made by Lee Dong-jun.
Lee Dong-jun. Okay.
He has had 3 awards and 9 nominations on top of it. He's done a lot of films, including this director's earliest film, King Kobe. He's done work as early as 1994 and Road to Boston, a movie done by the same director and written. He did the music to that too.
Okay.
So he's done quite a bit of films. A lot of them of this director too. Beautiful score. Beautiful and bloody intense. I don't remember a post-credit thing. Yeah, especially when he put his head by his brother's skull.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
On finding the shoes.
I can see why the director really, really wanted that old man to play the role, even though it was a short, probably 1 day shoot.
Definitely. Well, I think if anything, it probably helped the fact to have someone that probably lived in that time and could like bring that emotion to it, of like knowing that situation.
Yeah.
Because it was played with a lot of humility and it was raw. I love that. And like it's one of those scenes where I remember when we talked about Samantha Wynn about like how do you play a role that's in a way short and like not you're not the most in like you're not in it very long, but how do you like make the most out of your little screen time? And I remember her just being like, you have to play the truth of the character. You know, you have to give it, you have to be authentic with it. And I was like, that's what that guy gave, you know, just that last authentic moment that sealed the deal on some necessary tears.
Yeah.
Well, Kojay, I think you once again you earned the hashtag damn it, Kojay. This may be, I think, in terms of like war movies, because I do love war movies. To me, some people have like really accomplished like what war really is, you know, like Steven Spielberg and Saving Private Ryan, Mel Gibson, We Were Soldiers, you know, those films like really just kind of get in the nitty gritty. They don't shy away from it, and it's full on, right? This film, I think, achieved that in a way that was you know, I didn't expect it, and I think it easily, in my opinion, for all of the war films that are out there, it belongs in that conversation of maybe one of the best war movies of all time. That was brilliant. Is it out of here? I know obviously it's based on true events, but is the story of the two brothers, is there any truth to that?
No, not the brothers.
Okay.
That was a fictional, because it's one that, like in the documentary drama series of Roots of the violent American slave trade here, that was a fictional family, but the events around them were not.
Okay.
This was like that same thing. In fact, if you do find people selling them on eBay, there's a DVD of this, and there's the Blu-ray. The DVD has way more special features. So I did a thing where I just replaced the 3-disc one. If I put the DVD one on here, disc 2 has this beautiful documentary of the Korean War, where they even bring soldiers, war vets, to share their stories, and they even read some letters that they wrote back to their families. So they did a lot of homework of what was going on there. They even had one guy on there who said that when the war broke out, he was in a hotel, and when he went outside, it was like vacant, and then it was just nothing. Like the North Koreans coming in, they took him prisoner. He was prisoner for 4 hours, and they released him and said, "Hey, we liberated you. You're free. Go home. Do whatever you want." So he went back to his regiment and found out that they were totally bombed and obliterated. And then there's so many other stories going on there. So there's a lot of history there, especially we're tied to it. My grandfather was missing in action in the Korean War. And then afterwards, he found his way back to us. There's a huge story there I'm looking to talk to more family members about, because he passed away before he could tell me the full story. But I when I see this, I think about what's been going on there that my family was a part of, my family member, or, you know, just how everything, and no matter how far it is in the world, it has a ripple effect, affects us, or vice versa. It's a lot. Yeah. And they didn't shy away from the ugliness of, you know, they could have left out the Gestapo from the South Korean side hunting down people that they suspect or this and that of communist sympathizers, and just slaughtered them. Oof.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the cool part is, even for like a fictional story, I think, and I know people are going to hate this because I brought it up again, but you know, with Pearl Harbor, obviously that being a very fictional story and creating the love triangle drama of it. But part of it is like, it gives you a reason to give a damn about those two characters and to like really follow them. And it works just with here. If anything, I would even say it maybe worked a little bit better, because I think the fact that the two brothers like just go through so much trauma, and you even get, when you get to that scene where they're seeing the anti-communist cult or rebellion, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
You know, I think seeing that side of it too, and them dealing with that and having to come together again, there's just a lot of layers and complexities, and playing with both sides in a way, like even it is it's a South Korean film without question, but I appreciate that they didn't shy away. Usually when you get these war movies,
there's some propaganda,
yeah, well it also it's
or
depending on
one-sided
where it's filmed. Yeah, it's very one-sided. It's, you know, oh, Team USA all the way, how dare they, and they don't often like tease the side of the ugliness. And that's why I think Saving Private Ryan was a very interesting film, because they did show that. They did show where Americans every now and then kind of went borderline, started to go to that level of, is this start to get a little bit inhumane? But you know, shit happens in war, and it's obviously intense time, and like you understand why people kind of lose themselves a little bit. They lose grasp on reality and consequences even. And with this movie,
they commit war crimes.
Yeah, and seeing, you know, them not show like, oh, this was completely pro South Korea, but it showed the ugly side of it. And more importantly, it showed that you know, having the brother go to the other side of the thing because South Korea's government failed him, and yet he was a war hero, you know, which is kind of, and have that based in some reality of the truth was a very, to me, that was very interesting, and I did not expect that. I really dug that about that film.
For sure. No, it was a great movie. I like obviously war movies, but I think there's also something a little bit more special when it's like more like Civil War-y, which is what the Korean, you know, war, you know, basically was. I know is also, you know, obviously in the Cold War side of things,
and bouncing off of World War II.
Exactly.
Because I think they got their independence from Japan in 1945. I have to look.
Yeah, because Korea was 1950 to 1953. And obviously America had their hands in it right from the get-go. So you know, yeah, they may not have jumped in right away, but they were definitely supplying South Korea with all their weapons and firearms and everything like that. You know, they were rocking the M1 Grands and the bars and everything like that. So you saw a lot of the you know, typical World War II United States military firearms there.
Also got they had in the extras, they had some non-Koreans in the last battle. When you rewatch it, you pick up more of them if you didn't.
Exactly. The tanks and everything like that. But yeah, no, it was interesting because they played at a lot of different angles there. So like obviously, you know, the Korean War is, you know, how a lot of people, kind of the forgotten war side of things as well. Not very many people really think about it, or, you know, it's typically one that's not mentioned as much for a lot of different reasons. But, you know, in some ways, you know, the people don't realize that there's still the tension of the North and South Korea at the 38th parallel there still to this day. You know, there's people who are still standing guard waiting to, you know, for the orders to go at it again. So, yeah, it was interesting in that sense, but also more so in the sense of seeing the other political side of things that went along with that war, the anti-communist party, you know, and all the tensions with that, fighting for your country, and you know, you're in fighting age, you know, you live here, so congratulations, you just joined the war. You know, brother who is trying his hardest to get his brother out of the war and willing to do anything, whether that's, you know, getting the medal or getting killed in the process of getting the medal to help him get out. And ultimately, you know, he got him out, but at what cost? as well. Kind of seeing the blood drunk of war as well was an interesting capture for this movie. Seeing the blurred lines of what is right in war and what is not right in war. There was times where we were like, oh, that's tough to do, but it's easy to make those calls when we're watching it behind a television screen. It's there's a lot of people you can't trust in war. There's a lot of confusion and chaos in it, and you got to do what you think is right as well, even if you once did know that person. And that's where it kind of really brought in the ties to like the Civil War side of things. These people were just living miles away from each other, and they knew each other, and the impact that was for the Korean War. And then, like I said, the communist, anti-communist parties and agendas there, and how they were trying to, the fact that you said there was 300,000 people who were killed just by that. And it showed that like, oh yeah, I joined this, signed up for this party, or sure, I just signed up for this because I needed food and water. So showing like what people are willing to do to survive, and ultimately it cost them their lives as well. So a lot of like major impacts, and I actually learned some things today as well with that. I didn't know about the anti-communist party killing over 300,000 Koreans because of what side they were trying to survive under. So it just shows the ugliness of war, and it shows the ugliness of just like sometimes humanity as a whole as well.
And even you could look at it from like the brilliance of the propaganda tactics of the North Korean Communist Party, like knowing that like, okay, if we get them to start fighting amongst themselves, the South Korean government, they can't really supply the food, or I mean, who knows what part of that supply issue was. It's a bit crazy to me to think that South Korea didn't go and help in any capacity, or at least not as much as they should have. So it makes me wonder if there's something else going on there.
You see how like I think the thing that is kind of crazy for us, and like it's one thing that I enjoy seeing on these types of films, is like 1950s is a whole lot different in America than it was in Korea. So, you see them in their, the way they just learned about the war, like, hey, you guys, they'd roll up in vehicles, calling out to everybody that like, hey, we're in a war now, like where in America, we're listening to the radio, we see what's going on, it was, just a completely, different, way of living over there. So it's they weren't nearly, they're not nearly then as organized as America was. Like
especially like
Craig Rowland said, third world country.
Yeah.
So things are going to be more chaotic. It did take really a lot from the leadership of the individual, platoons, and trying to get them to, fight and do things. I'm sure there's tons of things that were being done on their own accord, especially in something of this nature where it was easily able to go behind enemy lines, especially being on the northern front for South Korea fighters. They were easily right there amongst that 38th parallel, clearly, as we saw with the bombs going off that night in the very beginning. So they were right in the midst of the shit, and that's where things get the most chaotic. So it would make sense that the miscommunication there for sure.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was looking up some stuff more about the Bodo League massacre. Some are saying it's like 200,000,
Wow.
but other officials say it's 300,000. So it's like a lot.
Nonetheless, I mean, the fact that it reached past 10 is insane. You know, you could see just how like the propaganda worked, but also how people were just getting rage and the hatred, that was going on. Like if there's one thing that we kind of notice is like you do see, like I really loved how I feel like in most films, like even in We Were Soldiers, you get a lot of the characters that are fighting the other side, and you don't really get much dialogue between different, because it's English and Vietnam, they can't really communicate. But here, you're getting Koreans going up against Koreans and hearing them like scream at each other, saying like hateful, derogatory things, all that. And you start to realize it does very much. They've dehumanized each other because it's made them easier to kill, which then shows like the kind of the deterioration of that society when they finally see a friend, and I think playing into all of those different, ideas of what war does. I think like, I don't know, in my opinion, like I always think it's, while Hollywood, yes, blows this up, obviously this is not Hollywood, but like they add the drama to it to make it an interesting story for us to follow. Yeah. I've always felt like war films are a great thing to, great is not the right word to say, but it's important for people to watch films like this, because I think it gives you, if you have never fought in a war, it gives you a glimpse of what goes on, and the awful things that our troopers have to do, and the awful things they see, and having to come back from that. Like even that one scene that was, oh man, that had my stomach in knots. My stomach in knots, because when he's like waking up and he's having a nightmare, his PTSD is going off the rails to the point where he's lost where he is and he thinks he's still fighting, and yet he's in the medical camp. And then the only thing he can do to end the nightmare is to take himself out. And that's just like a heavy, real thing that that alone, I think, just kind of gives you, like you said, a little glimpse of some of the dark crap that happens. And I appreciate, while some people would think that's maybe crosses the line as too much, you've gone too far, I didn't need to see that kind of thing. In a way, I think it's important that you do see something like that, because those things have happened, so for a movie of this magnitude, like, well done. Like, it's a heavy film.
It is beautifully done, too. Beautifully performed. I was trying to rip some behind the scenes, but I got stuck watching it last night, so I was telling you. But there's a reason. It's good to show the ugly side, because then people forget the moments where people go beyond what they're supposed to do in war when they do hurt other people. Like, you hear of another soldier attacking a family, then like this is in Iraq, an American soldier attacked a family, killed everybody, raped a 12-year-old girl, then killed her. And luckily he was caught and tried. But it reminds me of like the older brother when he got bloodthirsty. He was just absorbed into the hatred and killing. He kind of went too far.
Well, and then like just like that, but you also get the other side of it, where there's the other brother who's still very much trying to hold on to his humanity, and it almost costs him. There's a guy saying like, "I'm just 15, like I didn't want to be here. I was just told to be here, or forced to be here." And he lets his guard down, and what he knows, he's now on his back. So it was very cool.
They showed all sides.
Cool.
Yeah.
Once again, not right words to use, but it was. I appreciate that they showed multiple different sides. It wasn't the only time he met that moment of don't shoot. I'm just like you, have it turned against him. We see another time where it's the same situation. What's he gonna do? You think he's kind of learned from it, and he's still very much trying to hold on to it, and the other brother, he's like, no, I'm never letting this, moment where my brother can be killed again, so it's, in terms of storytelling, it's very nice to see those complex yin and yang characters going through a similar situation and how they're both growing or deteriorating because of those situations, and how it's maybe furthering their faith or strength in what they believe is right, or it's breaking down the walls of what they are, of what was no longer considered wrong,
Right. I think it does, by doing that, it does a good job of like understanding and seeing both sides. Like, yeah, sure, I understood the younger brothers, want hope and purpose to, keep the humanity side of things in it, but I totally understood the older brother that was just went into destroy everything mode as well. Like, it's like, we talk about it all the time, especially being Walking Dead fans. Like, it's about the human side of things more than the zombie side of things. And, it's one of those things where like you see it enough that, especially from like even the story side, if something like that was to really happen, it makes sense to wanting to do whatever you can and to completely isolate yourself from everybody else. Like, you come near me, you're dead, like I can't trust anybody. So just stay away from me or you're a goner,
Yeah. Well, I mean, we always talk, and I know it's kind of silly. It's great that you brought up The Walking Dead, because we've actually talked about that. Like, everyone always says while you're watching the movie or watching the show, like, oh, this is how I would have handled it. You're not in that situation. And I remember when they came out with those video games with Telltale Walking Dead, and they finally put your character into the situation and gave you your options. Like, okay, you're now in this situation. You're in a life and death situation. What are you going to do? You're going to try to save this person? This person just crossed you. What are you going to do? Or, hey, this person seems a little weird. You're going to like let it slide, and like maybe they'll take your stuff. Maybe they're just, socially awkward. And you start to realize, like, I remember when I was playing that game, and when it was early on in The Walking Dead, where you don't see all the horrible things they go through 8 seasons later, and you start to realize, like, as you slowly go through different tragedies and different things where you've been wronged, all of a sudden you do start to get cold. And when you're in charge of a group, you're like, I'm not willing to, like, if you play around with me and you're messing with if you're giving me a bad vibe and I think you're going to hurt my people, I'm not going to waste my time on you.
Yep, you're
because
dead.
I can't allow it. I can't allow the possibility, the 1%, like Ben Affleck says, Batman v Superman. If we believe there's a 1% chance that he could wipe us out, then we have to take it as an absolute certainty. You start to see that. And that is such a theme throughout all these different, ideologies in these life or death situations, these very intense real world end of humanity kind of things, where you see these characters that they entertain that 1% possibility. And if it's certain, like, you see how cold and hardened they become because of it. And I think anytime you get these types of stories with that, it's always good content,
And that's why the South Koreans with the Budo League massacre, who started to mass kill potentially any communist supporters or sympathizers. That makes sense as well, because they were right in the midst of the war. They see what the Communist Party is doing, and you know what? Like, if you support that, we saw you murder, kill, burn our villages, kill innocent. Like, you saw what they did to that one village. They set booby traps and everything like that. So imagine the tales and the stories of everything, other things that they do. So yeah, it would make sense to be like, you know what, we're just going to kill anybody who was a sympathizer of the Communist Party, and if you even signed up for that bullshit, we're going to take you out. So like, whether it's true or not, you know, just the inkling of it. So that even from that standpoint, it makes sense.
That makes sense for their motive, but I think that's too far.
Well, and that's why I say, like, where it gets interesting with like that, what a brilliant tactic from the North Korean Communist Party to be like, hey, we have food.
We saw in the beginning of the movie when they said, why did you get all this these noodles from? They're like, oh, there's some rally around there giving it out.
Yeah, brilliant.
Very
something is that would be completely innocent. You know, you don't really know
to go against each other.
Yeah, just to create that clash. And if they're too busy, you know, witch hunting their own people, you know, for simply just trying to get a meal, it creates that divide. It creates that chaos just enough for, you know, North Korea to further advance until, you know, lucky them, they, you know, have the allies backing them up, and we happen to have a little bit better weaponry and military tactics, I guess you could say, that helped win the day on that one, or at least hold them off, I should say, because obviously we still have.
It feel like to stop it. Yeah.
I love what Good Soldiers Follow Order 66 says when he says, how would you go to keep your family? How far would you go to keep your family safe, especially in a battle situation?
Yeah. I think it's some highlights.
Great question. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see the savagery of it, the brutality, right? Like even that scene that it's a little grotesque to watch, but like when his brother, he has no weapons left. All he has is his hands. How is he going to stop the threat? And gouge the dude's eyes out, you know?
But like, I feel like that's, you know, a fair question all around. Like, you know, you treat things differently. Like, so like if I'm by myself, then yeah, I'm more probably likely to help out people to, you know, try to take care of, you know, strangers and people that need help. But if I'm with my family and it's, you know, a weird situation, I'm probably not going to help. You know, that's just the truth of it. You know, it's the greater scheme of things is keeping the family safe over, you know, helping somebody else. So I get it.
Yeah. Well done, Kojay. He had a movie that flipped.
This was on the burner for a while. I just don't know where to get it in.
Yeah, and it's a good one. Like, honestly, I
forgot to answer your question.
In terms of a movie that I would rewatch, you know, or like movies that you want to show in a weird way, show your kids one day, you know, just so like you hope they never have to go through war. But if you want to give them a glimpse of that life, this would be a movie that gives you everything, right? Gives you a piece of the good, the bad, the ugly, the you know, the righteous, and I think that's what more can you ask for in a movie like that, you know?
Right? But this is on the DVD. I was browsing it. It's a storyboard comparison, and I do want to highlight the storyboard comparison as one of the things I want to capture, show y'all. But they had like a straight up graphic novel anime artist level of storyboarding. Meaning they really not focused on just the shot and position where they want the actors. Yeah, this is on the DVD version, Trevor H. The one I put in my collection. So if you want this, look for the DVD version. But the fact that they go in such detail of the eyes and expression, it's not just the shot that they were looking for, it's also the emotions they wanted to capture in the shot that don't happen all at the same time. So I'm saying like the visual storytelling was really particular on the feelings of the actors and characters, which I thought was beautiful. But you can't hear it, right? I turned off the audio. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. So it's just really sweet and beautiful to see the level of care they put into it from the get-go. Like they really want to see this. Sounds good. And the sound is great too. They have great stuff. You said it's a great dialogue about all sides of war. Yeah. So yeah,
I do appreciate a lot of war films tend to fall in the trap of, we got to get the audience in it right away. Let's kick them into the action, because they treat it more like an action movie. And the fact that they really took the time it's more of a drama than an action movie, which is good because it needed to build the relationship. You needed to see how these two men act around not only their family with each other, so that way you could see what the war does to them throughout their journey and how we get to the end, and I appreciate that they didn't it wasn't like a 10-minute scene. They gave us like 20 minutes of good opener to really get us comfortable and safe with these characters, to be rooting for them when they're in battle, and then to start to see the roads start to split a little bit and maybe intertwine every now and then. It's really good. It's smart storytelling.
And so many people on set, so many extras. It's like this was a huge scope. And also, to answer your question earlier, how much did it make? According to the numbers at Box Office Mojo, it got 64.8 billion won in South Korea, with an additional 1.1 million in the United States, playing in limited release. So overall, that's a 68.7 million overall worldwide box office.
So they did make a profit on it.
Yeah,
it was
they
a successful flick.
They finished the year as the 75th highest grossing film in the world in 2004.
Wow.
So I think it did well. I'm glad. And it's so weird because this is available. I looked where you can find it, but it's on. So I bought it a long time ago when I was buying movies digitally on PlayStation. So I have it on PlayStation, but it's only accessible. It's not accessible to anyone else to buy it. So if you bought anything digitally, you kept it. Same with Amazon Prime. But the Amazon Prime one, it was full screen, formatted for TV. So they cut out the widescreen part. So I was going to give everyone that link, but then I see it's not for sale anymore. But if you bought it back then, you keep it in your file. I was like, oh, that's cool. At least it doesn't work. So the only way to watch it was this way, which was the full format. This is the HD version. So that's how you all watched it. It was great. Definitely save it, treasure it, because I don't know if it'll come back. It is on Netflix, but in Asia, not for us. I found out on Netflix, it said our region doesn't allow it. Just like Super Sentai, that's all on Netflix. We have no access to it because we're in a different region.
Sentai.
So I was like, yeah, thanks for bringing this movie to your attention. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm glad. These are all important movies, and I want to share with y'all what are classics for me, because I feel film is a worldwide thing, especially when films from our country are inspired from other countries, and other countries vice versa inspired by here. It's just beautiful how they all like go up,
Yeah.
And, it's great. But let's see. Who said it? Oh, yeah. Oracle. She had a great thing. It's a good movie, but Kojay, I'd really like to cry. I would really not like to cry at every co-watch party. Yeah. We're gonna do Ready to Rumble, but I might cry at that too. I'm just waiting until all my homies want to see Ready to Rumble. Brain Slush TV, he's just busy. I really want him to bring him here with you guys for Ready to Rumble. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, people are sleeping on these South Korean films. True. So, let's see. I got some things coming up. But hey, is there anything else you guys want to bring to the table about this film, actors, or the music, or anything of production?
Well, I will say I'm grateful for once again for you showcasing another kick-ass movie. that hits on all the fields, man. You haven't missed yet, which is pretty insane. I don't know
There's
how
so
many,
much good stuff though.
it is, and I don't know how many watch parties we've done now, but you're 100%. You're batting 1,000, which is pretty impressive. So the production value on this movie is impressive. It because of how good it is and the storytelling in it, it makes me curious what else this director has to offer. So I'm definitely going to be looking at the IMDb and checking some things out.
Yeah, another great film, buddy. Appreciate you sharing it with us.
I'm glad. I am glad. So, I hope we could. I was gonna give it another shout out to Lee Ju. She I think she was a great actress, and I just wish we didn't lose her. You know, she died at like age 24 after she graduated. That's when she committed suicide with whatever she was going. It was at her own apartment, locked her door. She like slit her wrists and hung herself. So it's like really horrible. And her last film was The Scarlet Letter, which she sang for. And she was just amazing, did such an amazing job in this film with her. Because this is a film you do with a lot of conviction, passion, and everything. You know what I mean? So, you know, I have a link in the description below where you could click and it'll go to this site. It's called the site from K-Drama Lover. And they post, you know, articles about K-dramas if you're ever interested in stuff. And I have a link that's dedicated just all to her memory. It's really cool. So, because she did such a great job, man. Her scenes all broke my heart. And yeah, so if you screen capture her list of films, check her out. I think she was really, really cool.
Definitely very talented. Heartbreaking.
Yeah. Especially when we're talking about suicide prevention and everything. It's a very important theme worldwide, you know? And I think these films in general have a power to like, let's see how things are, get an idea how things are and everywhere with other human beings in this world, in our neighborhood, and our wherever, you know? Maybe we can find more common grounds and be closer to each other in some way someday. But yeah, I do have the next one with you guys this coming Saturday, not tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Super Sentai, but if not Super Sentai tomorrow, Super Sentai will be Tuesday night premiere. Follow my information about that because we've been having a great time with the co-watch party with the Super Sentai stuff as that's coming to a wrap. Realistically, seeing how late it is, I'm going to try to get it out tomorrow, but if it's not tomorrow, it'll be Tuesday since I have these watch parties on the weekends too. I think double watch parties is asking a bit much for y'all. Yeah. So if it's not tomorrow, which I'm saying 70%, it might be Tuesday. But follow my posts. I'll keep y'all posted. But it's either going to land on a Tuesday or a Saturday or the following Tuesday if I can't make it out there. But it's great. But actually, I think I am going to move it to Tuesdays because we have another watch party next Saturday. Because I was just trying to get the graphic here. I see why it's so good to have Super Record all around. You guys are my guests, so yeah, we will be seen entering the world of Bollywood for the first time for you guys. Oh, thanks, Jurassic. I'm glad you subbed. I appreciate it. So I owe you this movie, ladies and gentlemen, and I like to bounce off of a theme. This is based in historical settings. There's fictional characters telling a story of resistance through a bet with a village and the occupying British, and they have to beat the British at a game of cricket or they're triple taxed for the next 3 years, or the next 2 years there's no taxes if they win. And that's what Lagan translates to. It's a tax on farmers for the occupying nation, and it's a beautiful, like, Rocky meets Cool Runnings, everyone banding together like our women's hockey team. Hoorah type of story. I owe you guys that after we went through Tae Guk Gi. And it's a very, very beautiful movie. And it is. Prepare for Snyder Cut epicness. It is 12 minutes shorter than Snyder Cut. So this is one of the movies I was championing because it is also critically acclaimed. It's very beautiful. It's a wonderful mix of Indian and English actors and talent and production. The music is phenomenal. This is going to be your first introduction to Bollywood, the template, because Bollywood is not a musical, and I'll break it down for you, and you're going to feel it too. You're going to like it. But it's not a like movie in the sense of our formats. They have a different game plan and everything. Yeah. Lagan, the Snyder Cut. Yo, I love that. I got to put that on here. But yeah, it's going to be a great, great experience, and I can't wait to show it to you guys, especially the battalion, because I'd like to pick you guys not just for the Bat Channel to enjoy films, but I've gotten to know the battalion via the Bat Channel, and you guys have a big heart with a lot of similar love of the movies that we like, so I think there's something y'all are going to enjoy as well as we continue this journey of this theme. And 2 weeks after that, let me find a way to do this again. And I think it's the 18th. We will do another Bollywood film. Oh my gosh. With a different theme, but of a rock band. Rock on. So that's on the 18th. So this is a lot of good love vibes because we deserve it after what we've been through, and to continue this wonderful cinematic multicultural experience. I'm really happy to share it all with you all here. So hey, I love you guys too. Yeah. This is going to be a great time, and we're going to have lots of good inspirational, good feely stuff. And I think Tae Guk Gi was a lot of good feely too. It was just very heavy, and I think it's good to be reminded of what matters in humanity and what's going on, you know? So,
I mean, sure, it ends tragically, but there's still some, the fact that he's able to bring his brother back, I think, is very moving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Jin-tae, the older brother, he got to save his brother, which is what he always lived for. So,
and in a way, they both saved each other in that.
Yeah.
His brother went to the dark side. And
the red.
went to the red commies.
Man.
Just very beautiful movie, dude. Seriously, and the fact that you're taking us on this cultural journey of films that we've never considered or even thought about or even know of makes me all the more excited to be open up to these different types of films, especially Bollywood. I've always been curious about Bollywood, especially just because of my job that you know about, because it does get brought up every now and then. I hear how much people love it who are into it, but I've never seen anything like it, so I'm very curious to finally dip a toe in it.
Yeah, I'm excited to show you guys too, especially you, Trey, because you're a big music guy. Because it's Bollywood, and then there's subgenres like horror, family, and all this. So just one Bollywood movie wouldn't represent the rest. So I'm trying to pick these in a nice order, so you guys get a deal. Because we're also going to dive into Tollywood and Collywood, but I'll save that for next time. You guys, what you got coming up on your channels?
Corey, what do we got going on?
I'll let you speak on that, Trey.
Obviously, Monarch.
If I need to say, you guys have 5K. Congratulations!
Hey, yeah, we're almost there, battalion. We're almost at 6K. So continue to do what you guys are doing with liking, sharing, posting on social media, and
hyping like 160 away, 150, 160 away.
Oh wow! See, look at that. So keep up the great work. Seriously, we don't get here without you guys. So and thank you for showing up on the co-watch parties, as we help join other shows and see what cool stuff they got going on with their content, because Kojay never disappoints. What we have coming up, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, that's obviously the big one. We'll have some trailer reactions coming out soon. And we'll also be doing Star Wars Mall is almost out. And I'm very excited about this because if there's one thing Star Wars tends to not get wrong, it's the animated stuff. So I'm very excited for that.
Oh, Star Wars animated.
Yeah.
And we got Monarch.
Yeah, Monarch.
There's no breaks with Monarch, right? It's just every.
Yeah, there's no breaks with Monarch. They're just going through. So our breakdown will be. I'm hoping to record it tomorrow, and hopefully, I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I can get it out Saturday evening, I'll try. But it'll most likely be Sunday. So be on the lookout for it. Got some thoughts. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm excited for Monarch. I'm excited for these watch parties. I'm so glad and blessed to have you guys here. You know, this is great. I had a great time every time. I'm excited for my lineup and yours. Everyone like and subscribe to the Bat Channel. You already know. If you like my stuff, like and subscribe to me too, because I do stuff. And also, last pitch, self pitch, and I'll leave you guys with this is I am still working on my film. I put in the chat the link to my film company if you want to follow me on Instagram and post there. But I'm going to give you guys a short teaser of my film project that's already on my Instagram. I just never put it on YouTube yet. And I will bid you all adieu. Much love. God bless. And see you next time.
Stream's over. Whoops. See ya.